Yeah, so it is January 3rd, 2020. It's about 9 a.m. on a Friday. Gab and I are going to a fancy cafe, and we got some other stuff planned, including a trip to the gym and the market and the park, and a surprise date for Gab that's actually for Christmas. I'm gonna document and share about my day as it goes. I spent the morning working on my vision board, and that was kind of like a gift to myself to like take, I think, like an hour to like really like build that and like, you know, connect to my vision and then find images for that. Vision boards is just a nice, simple way to reconnect to your goals and reconnect to whatever it is you're trying to achieve in your life. You want just like a quick hit of inspiration, focus, recalibration. A vision board is a really good tool for that.
Facciamo?
Picnic.
So Brittany forgot to get the hummus, so she went back and she got also a knife, so it's perfect because we need a knife for the fruit. Yeah, now we are about to go.
Here at FLAGSTAFF Gardens with Gabriele. He actually ran off to go to 7-Eleven and get some coffee, and I have to go home and take a shower anyway, so we're gonna meet at the house in a couple minutes. Wow, this is such a great day for like it being just me and Gab. Last year I was in Italy with a bunch of his friends and we had a big dinner and it was fun, but today is actually quite nice as well, and I'm really pleased with it. God, it's just a beautiful day, and we had a really romantic lunch together. We obviously we did our shopping at Queen Victoria Market, got some veg, prepared it at home, and then just had a picnic here, and it was great. Fed the rats or the mice our leftovers, so that was quite entertaining. I don't know why, I just love seeing animals in parks, like fish, turtles, birds, possums, mice. I love them. I actually want to share something that came to me this morning while I was like meditating / journaling / just reflecting on the year in general, with it being the end of 2019, the end of the decade, the end of my 2 years in Australia, I've been hyper reflective on the past 1 to 2 years of my life. So much so that it was almost sad, the things that I reflected on. Like I just saw like all the things that I missed out while I was traveling. Obviously I've gained a lot more, but you know, like during this reflection period, I saw the things I missed out, and I also just really felt the weight of my mistakes that I made this year, or the past like year and a half, I should say, primarily financially. Now the thing with traveling, and I am still attempting to build some kind of like online source of income so that I could, remain abroad but not have to restart every single time I move. God, look how hazy it is. Like I can barely see, like I can only see the first part of the skyline. So obviously when I traveled, like I didn't have a stable job really. I did get work, but the work that I did was like, hospitality and food service, casual stuff, like not career stuff, not really like a financial investment. Really, it was just making enough to get by and travel. So you could say that that was a financial mistake. I didn't build financial stability or security. I kind of made just enough to get by and then spent it, so I could continue to travel. And that is a financial mistake that I really feel. And I don't know, something about turning 26, like I felt old. I feel old just saying that. Although I did get this perspective, this morning, like, okay, I'm still in my mid-20s technically. Like I'm the end of my mid-20s. Next year I would be, in my late 20s. And like, okay, so I made some financial mistakes that people would be making in their early 20s. So I'm kind of a late bloomer there. However, in the grand scheme of things, it's actually, I choose to believe that it's not that bad, because I can always go back home. I can always get a job. I can always see the same people every day. I can always do the same old thing daily. I can always go back to what I'm missing on. So in the grand scheme of things, it's actually not as crippling as it felt. It felt like, oh, like I messed that up, like I'm never gonna recover from that. And it's just like, you gotta put in perspective, like how old am I? I could die tomorrow, but how long am I projected to live? In the grand scheme of things, it's not that bad. Now, let's look at something else positive, such as, what have I said yes to in the past week? I'm vlogging in public and I don't care. So let's put in perspective the past 2 years and what I have said yes to. I have said yes to traveling. I have said yes to life abroad. I have said yes to risk and scary things, but also in exchange for fun adventure for long periods of time. And I have said yes to an international relationship and being in love and all that stuff. Like, wow. Time is the only thing you can't get back. I think I've definitely taken advantage of my natural youth. Not saying like when you're old you can't do this fun stuff, but it's just like your youth doesn't come as naturally, like energy doesn't come as naturally as you get older. And I think the older you get, the less cushion you have to make mistakes. Like you'll have more responsibilities, such as some people will get into serious relationships that are in one place. Some people get into careers that are tied to a certain location. Some people have children that, that's huge responsibility. Making mistakes then has a lot more consequence than making mistakes now. So put into perspective, yes, I made mistakes. In the grand scheme of things, very recoverable. However, the things that I have done correctly have so much benefit, especially because I did them early on, early mid-20s. And like, I just felt so good about that because I've been so hard on myself about my failures. But I just had that, you're 26 now, take a step back. How many more birthdays do you got? How many more do you have? And like, not really to compare yourself with other people, but like, what are you doing compared to other people your age? Yes, there are people doing a lot greater than me, but on average, I'm pretty impressed with my life, and not just for my age, just for what I've said yes to and what I've created so far. So I just wanted to share that little revelation about giving myself credit in the grand scheme of things and not punishing myself in the grand scheme of things. So here's to age 26.